summer. Youngest on the corners be runners, out of towners be straight up goners.
In DC, the K Corps, dirty Cadillacs, Desert Eagle cannon blast. Watch your back.
Even the hood rats, keep it real where the hood's at. Swinging wooden bats at your so-called cats. You know how we roll, y'all get up in the back. Roll call in the back, stole the Bama, watch his ass go flat.
In DC,
When you got chickens that make it harder to get them digits, the skins and them cowboy
in
tickets.
DC, the K Corps, dirty Cadillacs, Desert Eagle cannon blast. Watch your back.
All right, if you're here, then you already know this is the DMV Sports 3, the OGs of the DMV show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sometimes when 5:30 means 6 o'clock, that means that you're in Langley Park. I'm just saying, it's 30 minutes late in Langley Park, but we all right with that. We're going to get it done anyway. Ain't that right?
That's right.
That's right. These are my boys, Trey Z and Big Al. What's up, fellas?
What's up, baby?
You know what today is? It is Thursday, it is podcast day, and this week just became Revenge Week. Revenge Week. We have some payback coming that we need to dole out. It's time to get your can of whip ass out because we need to start throwing cans at folks. Because we ain't throwing body blows, that's for sure. So whatever we need to do to win this game, we gonna do it. It's time to beat these broke backs and send them home crying.
That's right.
That's what they want to do anyway. They just begging to lose. They don't want to go to the playoffs. They haven't won a playoff game in 20 years. What they gonna go to the playoffs for? So,
playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
who do you guys think will be starting at quarterback? They activated Heineke off the COVID list, so he is ready to play. I'm assuming Gilbert didn't talk to anybody and get COVID on the team. And who in the world knows what is going on with Kyle Allen? Nobody knows because you haven't seen him this year in a uniform. Standing on the sideline, ready to go in. Huh? He wasn't ready to go in, though. He was clipboarding it. Listen, whatever happens this week, everybody should be playing angry.
I'll slap the out.
We don't play angry. We come out and we don't start the game angry. We start too late. We try to catch up. We need to start playing like we don't like folks. And I think we're just too lighthearted in the beginning of the games where we get down too fast, and we can't do that anymore. I think the last game we played with the Cowboys, we were a victim of circumstances. We had a couple fumbles, and Heineke wasn't. It just seemed like he was a deer in the headlights in that first game we played. So if that happens again, then he needs to be yanked at halftime. And I don't care who you put in at that point. Put Tamu in there, whoever. He got to know a couple plays by now. Ain't the right big guy?
He got 6 plays.
Like 6 today, 7
Gilbert got 8 though.
next day. Huh?
Gilbert got 8.
Yeah. I just want somebody to be able to throw over the top so that Terry doesn't have to come back for the ball. Can we get somebody throw it quicker? How about that? Don't wait for him to get so far down the field where you can't throw that far. No, he's going to be open. Give him the ball. Good God.
Go deep, Terry.
Yo.
I was watching that the other day, man. I was like, what's he touching, man? Terry was wide open, man. That was a touchdown.
That was like those old jokes you used to do in the schoolyard. You make them go all the way down. Keep going, and you walk inside.
You walk away. We out. Yeah. So, what you think, Big Al?
All right, man. We playing the Brokebacks, the Cowboys, and
I wish I knew how to quit you.
we gotta, like I said, I'm ready. Like you said, throw cans at them, trip them. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be, pinch them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, do what we gotta do to win the game, whatever we got to do. And unfortunately, in this millennium years, these millennials or Gen Ys or Gen X's or whatever they are, they real friendly after the game. I was watching the last Cowboy Washington game and they was exchanging jerseys and hugging each other.
They love to get memorabilia.
It looked like they were all going to the club, afterwards. Everybody was getting together, going to the club afterwards. So they don't as fans, we have that venom. You know what I'm saying? We can't stand them, but what I saw, man, it was a lot of likability. So they hopefully they can learn that we don't like these guys. Yeah. Now the Brokebacks already embarrassed us at home. They embarrassed us. Now it's our turn to embarrass them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think the Brokebacks are that good, to be honest with you. The offense didn't look that good. And the defense is a one-man show. When you block Parsons, and I think they average defense. So I think, we got to do is just come out with aggression, come out with 1-2, come out with fired up, whatever we got to do. We got to, the old school coming back when we was playing boys club, we got to come out beat. Come on with something. Just something to get you going, baby. You know what I'm saying? We will rock you. You know what I'm saying? Something. You know what I'm saying, man? That's all we got to do. And we playing in their hometown. So we want to embarrass them in their hometown, down there, Irving, or whatever whatever that Cowboy land is. We're going to embarrass them in our hometown. And then we got to do, on the practical side, Trey Z's right. We got to blitz. And Deacon, you're right. Scott Turner, my man Scott, got to come up with some creative plays, some wing T, some, you know what I'm saying, some
gadgets,
some gadgets, some T formation, some, you know what I'm saying, some double reverse, throw deep, Philly, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, Redskin special or something, you know what I'm saying, just to get that first opening quarter with a couple, like this, 2 touchdowns. I think if you get 2 touchdowns on them, that's going to keep us going, and it's going to ride us through for the rest of the game, especially these young guys trying to make the team. And we're going to win the game that way. That's what we got to do. You think, Trey Z?
I think you're right. I think that what we have to do is make sure that we bring the fire so that it will be a situation where they know we're here to play. Just like Al said, they're buddies, they friends, you know what I'm saying? We're going to come out there, like you said, jumping on the sideline and then looking at them like, yeah, what's up? And all of that. And then, at the end of the game, we're going to exchange, numbers and talk about, the doilies that the wives bought and hang out with the kids, hey, goddaddy. It used to be a situation where the players didn't like each other, but I think it was just because we were told we couldn't. Because if I'm really, really honestly, even playing offense, when you was blocking somebody, you was trying to put them on the ground. And after you put them on the ground, you was embarrassing them. You was talking trash. You was doing whatever. When it was time for you to hit, it was time to hit.
Like when we hit somebody, when I played, if you hit somebody and he didn't get up, like we didn't hold hands with the other team and pray, like hold hands and everyone prays for him to get up. We used to do a Indian, like sell a hump dance circle around, like damn, look at you.
And so it's a different world. I mean, they call ourselves the OGs for a reason, because it's just they don't understand a lot of things, because I don't understand how I could try to knock your head clean off, snot bubbles coming out. You just sitting there talking about the sky's the crumble, the thing, the pain. They be like, yeah, that's right. We want you to be healthy and happy when you come back next time. But you out the game over there talking about the butterfly got a suitcase and he coming to pick me up, mom. That kind of things. I can't like you if I'm gonna do that to you. But times have changed, I guess. You can have that kind of understanding where I'm going to hit you and then pick you up off the ground, dust you off. And I think
the Trey has it though, Trey, man, because we were hitting. I don't see the hitting that, it's a different game. Be honest with you.
That's what I agree with you, Al. It's a different game. It's a different mentality. And that's what we're talking about, gentlemen. We're talking about mentality.
And I'm saying for the football team to win this game, we had to have that old mentality to win the game. That's what we had to bring back some of that old 90s and old late 80s mentality. We trying to take their heads off.
When we were good, back in our golden years, when we were playing football, we were pretty good. The Redskins used to come and play. And if you watch old interviews and stuff like that on TV with some of the older players that used to play here, they'll tell you right now, I still don't like the Cowboys.
Right.
And nothing about them.
Nothing. But when you come in that Redskin locker room, you knew that Dallas was the enemy. Then Philly, then the New York Giants. The whole division, you don't play with them guys. You don't like them. You hate them, as a matter of fact, and you want to embarrass them. There were some times you get embarrassed, but you don't sit there and shake hands out there and say, "Hey, man, you really got me that time."
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you next time, buddy. You know,
hey, man, your bleachers are so warm. Your bleachers are so warm.
Listen. So I really think that mentality has left football altogether, because so many players. I think it might have happened when they started with the free agency market, getting players from different teams and stuff. So you don't grow up on that team. You stay there for 10 years. Fighting the same fight, you know what I'm saying? Now you fighting, the West Coast fight, and you fighting this team's fight, and they just don't take all that action with them. And then you got coaches going all over the place. So I think the rapid movement of players and coaches and different stuff like that, I don't think they know the history as much as they should. I don't think they encompass the anger and the disdain for other teams that the fans do, because we are here always. We're through all the players, through all the coaches, we are here through the whole thing, and we hate the same team our whole lives. So when we see players that are just randomly playing and not with that anger and the fire to beat this other team that we have been trying to beat for our whole life, it's hard to understand. And I don't know how you get that across to players that are new here or didn't grow up here. Because I think Chase has it. I think you can ask the Waterbug. He probably has. These guys who have grown up in the D.C. area, they know the history and the fight between these two teams. These two clubs have been fighting since the inception. So without that, it's hard to get through to these players that I don't want to see you shaking hands and exchanging jerseys in the middle of the field. Get off my logo. Go in the locker room. You won, go in the locker room and take your ass out of town. That's how I feel.
Hey, Deacon, man, I'm gonna say this: DMV Sports, the OG fans. Hey, I'm at work. I'm working, and it's a pretty intense job, but and there's some people there that are Cowboy fans. And to be honest with you, during football season, I'm belligerent with them, and they belligerent with me. I mean, seriously. This week, man, I mean, they know they will say something to me. I'm gonna say something smart back to them. So this week is an intense week for us, at the water cooler. You know what I'm saying? and it's real, Joe. Now after the season's over, we all cool again. Mm-hmm. But during Cowboy football season, especially Cowboy week, we gritting on each other. Absolutely. We cool, you know what I'm saying? We may go, have an adult drink later on during the year, but during the season, you know what I'm saying? We gritting on each other, man. And I don't think the players feel that like we feel it. You know what I'm saying?
So is it the fact that we outdated, fellas? Is that this is just what it is, man? That we're never going to get back to that tenacity when it comes down to what it is you're trying to do to another team. Does it take a maybe they got to have an IG battle or a Facebook battle with each other? I'm serious. Something has to happen where some kind of rapper or entertainer says something.
I'm gonna say this though, man. My sister, My sister used to live in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh and Baltimore don't like each other, right? You can't get caught in the city in Pittsburgh wearing a Baltimore jersey off season. I'm serious, man. Them old ladies, the whole city is involved with the rivalry, man. Seriously, so it may be this region too. We became soft in this region, so it's so multicultural. You know what I'm saying? That it's just this region that it affects the players too, and the players feel the same way.
It could be. I think though. Let me say this real quick. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm going to say something that I haven't said all year long. This is Dan's fault. This is Big Dan's fault.
Big Dan. Big Dan. Big Dan. Big Dan.
It is, and this is what I'm saying is
what?
No, listen.
Why is this Big Dan fault, Deacon? Deacon, why is this Big Dan?
I'm show you.
Is this Deacon?
Hey, Deacon, I don't agree with you even on this. I'm
gonna run it down for you.
This is not Deacon.
This is why I think it's his fault. Now I won't give him 100% fault. I'm telling you, but this. He is the owner of the team. Okay, he's owned this team for a long time now, right? It's his responsibility. It's like y'all was saying with all of the investigation, BS, and all that stuff. Doo-doo runs downhill. He should be on everybody's head about what this means.
You mean to tell me you gonna let that mush you down now like that, and you ain't breaking that bitch's face right now? You mean to tell me you gonna allow that to do what she done, and you didn't come out here and try to break her neck, and even you can't find her teammate and break her neck for what the she done to you down there? You mean to tell me you ain't got that kind of evil streak in you? I would literally hike the ball and punch that bitch in the damn face. Are you crazy? Don't ever let anybody do you like that.
Ron should know. All of the coordinators should know. Everybody in the offices should know. And it should be a feeling. You should have a feeling in that organization that this actually means it's not another game. It's never going to be another game. Everything about this week means something. Just like it meant the first time we played them. It's his. I will be on the news. I will be in articles. This town should know that this means something to this organization, and it better mean something to the players, just like it means to the fans. And if you go out there and you don't show me that, then I need to be reevaluated. Okay, now I'm not talking about him coaching and doing all that stuff and jumping in like Jones does, but I'm saying that it should be a different level. That's all I'm saying. And I don't see that coming down from the top. And I think if it came down from the top, every year consistently, every coach that comes in here should have an intensity about this week, if no other week at all. That's all I'm saying. Well, I'm just saying, but I don't.
Big Dan and Jerry Jones are best friends, though.
I don't care. They should be fighting. You got friends at work that you fighting with this week.
That's true.
It's the same thing. You coming to my house. Now I'm angry. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to. I don't care. You got to find it somewhere in you to turn that switch on. That this is not going to go the way you think it is. That's all I'm saying. So I blame Dan on that point.
Hey man, well hey y'all heard it first on DMV Sports 3. The OGs of DMV. The Deacon went against Big Dan.
December 23rd, 21.
Yeah, we gotta mark that down.
I can't believe
but is that not right though? Does that not make sense?
You are absolutely right. And I thought you was going to go in a different direction because Big Al spoke on it. As soon as Dan got here, I think the second picture I saw of him was standing next to Jerry Jones. And it wasn't like they was wearing boxing gloves. They was holding hands and skipping through the money that they making. And it was just like, I said, wait a minute, that's not cool. That can't be cool. And I don't think Jack Cook even talked to the owner of Dallas, ever. And if so, it was mixed with or laced with curse words and how we gonna beat the brakes off you this year, sir. You know, and it might have been in good fun, but they kept it a secret. Maybe it was like WrestleMania, you know what I'm saying? Nobody thought that, you know, they really hang out. You know, that's the godfather of so-and-so son, but they in the ring, they want to kill each other.
Right.
Give us that, you know, and so that our players and our fans and everything can stay and but if you said at Big Al that Baltimore and Pittsburgh, they have their rivalry, you know what I'm saying? And it goes to it. We just did a little investigative reports right now, and with Deacon looking at the truth and staring him right in the face. Big Dan is the problem.
Well,
Big Dan is the problem on this particular topic.
This week, Sunday night, we're playing the boys. What do we need to do to win the game? Who needs to shine to win the game?
Can I go first, please?
Go first, Tracy.
Thank you. And if you got this far, please like and subscribe. It helps us tremendously. I was just honored to be on, and we tried to get on. Shout out to Ref the District and all the guys over there. I was just on their show, and I'm going to try to repeat exactly what it was that I said there, which is the coaching has to recognize the talent on the field. This is our Super Bowl, fellas. This is it. So we already talked about the mentality that we feel like there's not there. So all we got to do is pray that they get something. But if we don't get the mentality, then with who we have, Heineke comes back. Got to let Heineke go. You got to tell Heineke, I expect you to give me 30 yards on the ground minimum. Minimum this game. I don't care how you get it. That's the expectation. 30 yards out of you. You're going to give the ball to one of these two guys all night. That's going to be, of course, Gibson and the Waterbug. I need to see that. This is what needs to happen. I'm going to give it to them. Tight ends that we have. The first play of the game, this is what they should call. Just so Dallas understands. It's going to be a deep fly route to Terry. If Terry is covered, we're going to have Ricky Seals-Jones drag underneath, but a nice 15-yard drag. That's it. And one of those two individuals, I don't expect you, I don't want to see your head on the progression. I want you to go to one of those two individuals because we're being aggressive. Everybody fresh, we're going right at them. To let them know, because it's not, don't have to have the mentality we can go and hug and say, hey, you saw, almost got you. But they're going to be like, okay, they're opening it up early instead of the classic Washington. All right, first down, off tackle, Gibson. That's what we do, right? That play is in every defensive mind. They're going to give the ball to Gibson first down. No, we're going to go to our man Terry. And that's going to let you know that we're going to try to go to Terry. We're going to try to get the ball to Terry. Then I need to see them, Big Al. Like I said, Turner needs to stay in his gadget book. He needs to stay there. So that means Carter needs to get more plays. Carter has been healthy. He's been consistent, except for that one drop pass. He's been consistent, but he was open. So he dropped it, but he was open. I need Humphreys to understand. You only going to get so many passes, son. You got to catch them all. Your boy put that ball right in your chest. I need you to be ready at all time, Humphreys. That's why you're here. Got another guy look just like you, act like you, walk like you, talk like you. Think your girlfriend looking at him. That's Milne. You know what I'm saying? He needs to get in the game. He needs to produce. Brown, Mr. Brown, you're going to get a fly pattern. It's going to you deep, sir. Run and go get the ball. That's why we got you. Run and go get it. And if you don't get it, it's pass interference, 15 yards. Let's go. I mean, we got to open up the lid, guys. We got to go. And then on the opposite side of the ball, lastly, Jack, Deacon has been saying all year long that you have been saving all of your defensive wonder for this game, sir. And I expect you, sir, to go ahead, because I know you're listening. listening, son. Because you did it the last time when Deacon said, so what did you say last week, Deacon? And sure enough, we saw the play in the last game. What was it? Come on, old man.
We talked about it as it was on. I can't remember. I know we texted about it when it was on.
Oh, man. Anyway, Jack, it's time. Al said it. I have said it for 2 years now. Matter of fact, I was shamed for saying it last year. We got a blitz. 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 Seriously, we got a blitz, y'all. I expect to see an assistant coach just jump out there one time like, oh, I'm sorry, because we're blitzing everybody. Everybody got a blitz. And we got to commit to it, meaning all out. If they beat us, all right, they beat us. But we blitzing. And the quarterback, hopefully with one of those blitzes, gets a solid legal hit. They're human beings. Dak Prescott is a human being. He don't like to get hit. No quarterback does. Once that happens, it's a different quarterback, especially if he gets hit by one of our interior linemen who really put it on him, legally, of course, and put him down on the ground. Him getting up off his butt and then lining up for the next play is going to be different. I promise you. It's a different game after that. And then we might with Heineke, have a chance. Heineke, lastly, just has to make his quarterback IQ is in question. So you got to definitely have somebody standing right beside him at all times. Like, hey, don't they still call into the helmets?
Up to about 15 seconds.
Right. So the person who is talking to Heineke, I don't know if that's I don't know if it is or not. But if it is,
quarterback coach. Who called the plays? Whoever called the plays is the one talking to himself.
He needs to say, Heineke, no matter what, this is what you do. Do not do this. He has to be concise. Listen to me. Stop. John, we only got 15 seconds. Here we go. Keep him focused throughout the game, man, because I've seen him throw in the triple coverage when he get desperate. No, don't get desperate. Yeah. Hit the man underneath. Let them use their legs. They swear to goodness that they're good. Let's see. Because at the end of the year, everybody is on the blocks. There you go. You know what I'm saying? So let's everybody's like, come on, man. Everybody. So when you get the ball, what did you do with it, Tracy? That little 2 yards ain't gonna work with us, man. The Jets is hiring. You know what I'm saying? That's what they need to understand, that this is the Super Bowl this Sunday, 8:00, Super Bowl.
I'm with all that. I'm with everything. It should be somebody blitzing on every down, whether it's the corner, whether it's the safety, whether it's the linebacker. Give me somebody, because if our 4-man front isn't getting there, we can't just sit back and allow them to pick us apart. Okay, we're not that team this year. We can't sit back and let our corners cover. We have to double. We're gonna have to double CD Lamb. I don't want him running free. Yeah, but still, if he gets wide open, he's gonna catch.
Yeah, he is wide open,
and he's fast. So we still gotta show him respect. That's their best player right now. Heineke is the key. There's no other key. Gibson still has a toe. The water bug is as good as we like, much as we like him. He's probably not ready yet for that full load. So our running game isn't going to be super hot. Okay, and they're going to be trying to shut that down anyway, because there's nobody in the league that is scared of Taylor Heineke. Okay, so I like that first play, although I would do that on the second play. Okay, give me 7 yards on that first play. Give me a quick 7-yard out or a crossing route, a pop ass, something, screen, something. Give me 7 yards. Then that second play, I will throw deep no matter what. I don't care if he's double covered. Throw it out of bounds, but throw it near him. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the fear in him, man. You got to show him that you can get it downfield. You can throw that far. You know what I'm saying? So even if he's double covered, if he's covered by one person, throw it at the back of the cornerback's head. He ain't gonna turn around. Let Terry come back through him and get the penalty. Use whatever wilds you got. These are professional players. They know how to get a penalty. Let them play. Blitz and Taylor Heineke has to play within the game plan. Like that stretch of 4 games we won, he has to play like that. Dump it off. Let your horses run with the ball, and then hit them deep as much as you can. He has to play under control and run the ball. He has to get out of the pocket and move so that he can get those 3 yards if it's 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. Don't sit in the pocket and then have to, try to find a lane to get out. You're not that tall. You can't look over everybody. These guys will be coming hard. They will be coming fast because they don't think you can block them. Middle screen. Give me something. Jet sweep. Mix it up.
With Carter.
Jet sweep, option pass. Give me something. I know Carter can throw the ball. He can throw the ball. Everybody can throw the ball in a little bit. Use your brain right now. He should be sitting down with Taylor Heineke. They should be sleeping in the same room, trying to figure something out. I don't care. I ain't saying sleep in the same bed. I said sleep in the same room. So they need to be in sync all week long, so they know what they can do and what they need to do, man. This is all out. This is all or nothing. These next 2 weeks, we got to play Philly again. We owe them too. Yeah, so both of them got to get it. I don't know about the Giants. Both of them got to get it. And if you play it right, you still have that 4% chance to get into the playoffs. But we are focusing on this week. This has
one
to
game at a time. If we beat Dallas, we can spoil everything for Philly, and then New York has already lost. We have them mentality.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Defensive player can get beat deep all the time. We just underthrow the ball, so it gives them options to bat it away or intercept it.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question though, man. We were all talking about blitzing. Can Jack?
That's the question.
Can he make up a blitz because the blitzes that he do, Trey Z, you can see it coming like a mile away.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you commit.
The quarterback knows it's coming and it's not going to work.
It doesn't matter if you commit, Al. Let me tell you why. Because we're coming so often. So we do the feint too often. We get up, we line up, and then we drop back. Everybody knows we're going to do that. Everybody knows we're not going to come. But if we come, if they got that little cue set up, but you know what? Every team has to do this. If there's a blitz, then there's a hot route somewhere, right?
Right.
The defensive coordinator and the defensive team should be looking at Dallas hot routes. Where do they normally go in the hot route? Huh?
Roll your coverage.
Right. And then we identify where they normally go, law averages. There's a man standing there like, you're not going to do this.
Blitzing with a purpose.
And then Dak is going to have to use those legs of his. Hey, let's say he get out. Okay, Dak get a little comfortable. But when Dak get really tackled, Dak is a different ball player. That's what we wanted. We just wanted him to be like, man. So he goes back to the huddle and say, hey, man, I'm going to need some. Come on, fellas, I need y'all to give me some time. That is when the what do you call it?
You basically saying, I'm getting you right, is you just want to hit that.
We got to touch that. Yes, sir. We got to touch that.
We don't care if the blitz gets there or not. You just want to hit that.
Big guy, it's not about that. Every blitz isn't designed to get a sack. Blitzes sometimes are designed to force you to go into a certain area. Because if you're blitzing off the corner, the hot routes are usually coming over where the guy blitzed from. So if you're blitzing from that corner and you roll your coverage that way, expecting a hot route, then you can cover that too. Because you're not allowing the quarterback to have a lot of time to look downfield, so you don't have to worry about
that. Deacon, the reason why you're right, Deacon, and Trey, you're right. I agree. I think to win the game, we got to blitz. We got to put a lot of pressure on Dak. Dak's not the same quarterback where you put pressure on him. But
this is Trapke's game.
It's a trap game. What I'm saying is, what I've seen from my defensive coordinator, he's not good at coming with creative blitzes to make that happen. He's good at playing 3 deep zone. That's what he's good. He coaches 3 deep zone real good.
The funny thing is, before he came here, that was his thing. That was what he was known for, blitzing. His blitz packages. That's what he was known for.
And then when I was on the other show, they were saying that, hey, maybe we don't have the talent. Well, you know what? That is why the off season and the preseason is so frustrating for me. Why don't we have the talent? Because how many years have we been rebuilding? that word rebuilding, man, means absolutely nothing to me now. Because if you're sitting here telling me that we weren't rebuilding last year, we weren't rebuilding the year before that was something else. What were we doing then? But we're still supposed to be identifying people that we feel that can play. So I don't want to hear you. If I was a player, and I would probably get the C fast because I would say, hey, coach, we ain't gonna talk about we don't have the talent. Is there a reason why we can't do whatever? You need to say it to somebody. Say it to this squad that you can't produce what I think you can, so that I can say to the coach, okay, let's see. Because they're both men.
Help me help you.
They're both men. And you're not on the field, I'm on the field. Let me show you, or let you, and that's where that camaraderie is supposed to come together. That's where that all player meeting is supposed to come together and say, hey, you know what? The coach said we ain't talented enough to run these plays. So what we gonna do? And if so-and-so's on his phone, doing his little Instagram stuff like that, you slap it out of his hand, man. You can pay for it. Say, man, we got to get serious. That's that mentality. You just called me a scrub. The only person on my own team done called me a scrub. Okay.
Well, all I know is for Jack, since our defensive coordinator, since he's been here, his blitzes are very vanilla, and that you can see it coming a mile away. It's not creative enough. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. He likes coming he always talks about, when you listen to his interviews, he always talks about rushing forward, rushing out, our front four, and dropping everybody back. That's what he's known for here, and we do it well. We've done it pretty decently. We're 500 or somewhere. Well, right now we're below 500 team. You know what I'm saying? But this particular game, I'm in agreement with y'all guys. We got to put some pressure on Dak, so Dak can be a different quarterback. We don't want him to get back there and get comfortable. When he gets comfortable, yeah, you're right. CeeDee Lamb all of a sudden start catching the ball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Next thing you know, Zeke with that bad leg is breaking tackles again. You know what I'm saying? And the ball rolls down. Next thing you know, Cooper coming across the middles and he's in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? So we got to put pressure on them. We can't play this 3D zone because they know it's coming. Mm-hmm. They already got the zone busters already there. So now we got to change it up a little bit. Just like I think Scott got to change it up. He got this game. He can't be in that shotgun and run that same zone read running game. But with my man Gibson with the bad toe, it's not going to work. You got to do something different. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something different.
Maybe we can. We don't run stunts as much. It's not a blitz, but we got to get. If you're going to use the 4 individuals that you have on that line, you can't just keep rushing them forward or lining them up where you got your tackle and your end so wide that you're already giving them a hole, and the only person that's there in the middle is Holcomb, who's supposed to just seal that spot, who's dropping back in coverage. And so it's just like a bubble just opens up for them to go, hey, a quarterback could run through there as you saw Hurt do, or he just drops it off in there. And I don't mind them doing a check down. Check down don't make now. They went 3 and out when we kept them in that check down mode.
As long as you tackle.
Yeah,
you can't check down all day long.
As long as you tackle. And if we get that has happened, we've improved tackling, but we can easily go back to the Washington football team of old and that bouncing off people and watching them arm tackle and stuff. I think we finally got our win out because not win, but wind, as in these guys look like most of them are more in shape than they had been. At the beginning of the year, I promise you, they was tired.
They were. So, Deacon, I'm going to ask you this question, Deacon, and Trey, you can follow up on it, man. Who are you excited to see on the Washington football team this particular game? Who do you really want to see make plays, be more involved in the offense or more involved in the defense? Who are you excited to see? And then, Deacon, the second question to you, and Tracy too, who do you not want to see? Who do you already seen enough? You don't want to see them no more. You already know what they can do, or maybe you don't even want them on your team no more. So that's the 2 questions I want to add, especially for this Cowboy game. Who are you excited to see? Who do you not want to see?
I'm more excited I don't know if he's excited or not, but I'm more interested to see Heineke. That's the only thing. If he doesn't play good, then we have no chance at all. We have no backups, and we have no chance at all. So I'm excited to see him get back to that 4-game stretch that he was playing awesome. he was playing football then. He was within himself. He was playing within the game plan. Him and Scott looked like they was on the same page. They need to get back to that. And if they do that, then he's going to be exciting to watch. Because even in that 4-game stretch, he was running a little bit. He was putting the wheels on. So that was the way he needs to play to be successful in this league. But it seems like that Dallas game was too overwhelming for him. Just right off the start. I mean, he just never could get any traction. So I'm excited to see him perform better and to rebound back to where he was prior to that game. That's what I want to see. And I don't know if I mean, De'Ami Brown is a disappointment only because I think we hyped him up so much coming out of North Carolina. He's fast, but we probably didn't look at it as him knowing how to run routes. It's a difference in being a fast 40-yard dash going straight in the fly pattern as opposed to being fast doing a post or fast doing a crossing route. It seems like he's a little off, and he needs to learn. I still want him on our team because I think he can build that kind of relationship with quarterback and learn patterns. But he has to. It's like we were saying with Humphreys. He ain't fast, but he gets open because he runs a good route.
Right.
So it's about getting out of your break.
Right.
Speed is about getting out of your break, not about your start. So let me see Heineke win, man. I want to see him finish the year out strong for his own self-worth. I don't think he's going to be the quarterback next year. He's obviously going to be here because he's under contract. But I'm already soured on him starting as our quarterback next year. But I want him to finish strong. I want him to look good. I want him to feel good because we're going to need him eventually next year, probably for 1 or 2 games. That's just the way NFL works, 17 games. So somebody's going to get hurt, get COVID, something. So I'm excited to see him rebound. That's what I want to see.
How about who you don't want to see?
That's what I'm saying. De'Ami Brown. I don't want to see him in the game. I mean, he's in the game. But I just don't want to see.
For this year, De'Ami Brown, you're done with.
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't have the time to get better this year. He needs to get better in the offseason.
Okay.
But I mean, get Sims back in the game. He should be running more patterns than De'Ami Brown. Sims is obviously a proven commodity right now.
Right.
He's not a superstar, but he is big. He catches the ball, and for some reason he gets open eventually. So he might be good in his pattern running out of break. Remember, he was on the practice squad for a while,
right,
and then he broke free of that. And that's just how some players are. This guy, he should be running more patterns. I don't know what Samuels was limited in practice. Who knows what I think they should have put him on the IR for the rest of the year and just, nix that for the rest of the year. Let him take him straight to the doctor and get surgery. Whatever he needs to do to prepare for game 1 next year is what he needs to be doing right now. Not worrying about the rest of the year.
All right. Tracy?
Well, that's he said I'll start with that. I don't want to see Curtis Samuels. I told you guys games way back. First 4 games, I said I was shocked. I was wrong. I said we weren't going to see Samuels this year. He did come back, but we still didn't see Curtis Samuels.
Did we see him? We didn't really see him.
We didn't see him. We didn't see the Curtis Samuels that we know he can be, is what I'm saying.
Right.
And it is because I believe the injury, so I can't take away. And I'm not talking about his talent. I'm just talking about that when you have somebody who is so talented and they not touching the field, it just is so. It's just such a weird feeling. It's I don't know. It's like you're so hungry and Thanksgiving and everything's on the table, but here comes the pastor with the super long. Imagine if the prayer was just for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's how Samuels makes me feel. I'm anticipating something great, and I'm not getting it, and I just want it.
Like a wasted year.
I don't want to see him. I just want him to go ahead and get healthy, and so that there's no excuse, and then we can make a decision moving down here. Who I'm excited to see is Andre Carter. Andre Carter is Mr. Excitement on the Washington football team this year. Not that Terry can't be, but Terry's unfortunately being who he is, everybody's on everybody's radar, but not Andre Carter. And Andre Carter, I believe somebody need to tell Scott, hey, this guy's over here chomping at the bit. You gotta get him the ball. This guy, I think, remove Samuels, put in Carter. Every play that you have for Samuels, let Carter run it. Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me, or you can tell me, but I mean, I don't understand why a guy that returns kickoffs, you know how fast people are coming down to try to tear up the guy returning the kickoff, which is why so many, it's hard to find a kick returner. And remember we didn't have a kick returner? Al was like, I just wanted to fall forward 2 yards. He was happy with that. And we had to do that for 3 years. We finally got somebody who's a threat. You can't tell me he can't line up behind the quarterback. You can't tell me that. That type of hitting is peanuts to him. He's like, okay, man, I got a guy who's leaving his feet, coming to knock my head off, in the kickoff. Yeah, I could take that. So give Carter Samuels plays and run them. And I think they'd be like, well, we haven't seen this in Washington before, right? Because the guy who was supposed to run is over there and he gets a break. And so we'll put these on the shelf and wait till he comes in. No, that's not coaching. Coaching is, okay, who can do it? I can. And watch what I say. That's who I'm excited to see. On defense, my excitement, I guess, would be, is Curl coming back yet?
I think he's off COVID.
If he's off, that's the one. I think he was the guy that we were missing in the last game that could have broke up a lot of those screens that was just wide open, and those guys it was like a screen clinic. Like, this is how you run a screen in the NFL. But the difference is you would have saw number 31 in there mixing it up, knocking stuff down or pushing somebody out the way, making it harder for them to do that. I think that he would have been more combative or more of a competition with the tight end. I think that he was missed. And I think that when we have Curl and Reeves back there together, I think those guys work well together, i.e. the year before, which we don't understand why Jack broke that up. We do, because he wanted to see Collins, who came back off injury, do his thing. But then Collins moved down and is doing even better than what he had done. He should have went back to his tandem. And now that Reeves is off practice squad, he hasn't done anything outside of that fact that he let that man handle him. But I think that that's what he needed for him to say, okay, and be a little more aggressive, a little more assertive when he goes up for those balls. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you want to let that happen again. You know what I'm saying? Knowing them guys, young guys especially, they gave him fits, showing how that guy just pulled that ball out of his hands like that. So I really do think that, remember Eton Thomas lost the championship, that man just pulled that ball out of his hand. I never forget that. But I know it's a different sport and everything. But that right there is something that some people need. And I think that Reeves is a guy who can rebound from that.
Who you got out?
From that.
Well, first of all, since you talk about Eton Thomas, I'm gonna let y'all know my man Corey Kispert is bombing the Knicks. Hey, my man, the Corey Kispert, our number one pick, is bombing the Knicks. Let's go to the football team. Back to the football. Back to the football. Back to football. Hey, look, I'm excited to see the water bug. I want to see the water bug get the ball and get an opportunity to run the rock. And let us know what we got in it. We don't know what we got in the water bug, and the water bug, is a different kind of player. He needs different kind of plays than Gibson. He's not the same type of player. I want to see my man Scott. I'm going to talk to him at the bowling alley. Design some plays for the water bug to shine. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see the water bug play against the Cowboys. I think he can make a difference. He got a lot of quickness. He's small. I think he can give a different look that the Cowboys are not looking for. So I want to see the water bug get an opportunity to be the water bug out there. So I'm looking for Patterson. I want to see Patterson. Patterson should be more confident and in the offensive plays now. He's been getting to the ball. He should be more confident in holding the ball and making plays and allow his athletic ability to show. So
scored his first touchdown last week. So I'm looking forward to seeing I'm excited to see the water bug out there. On defense, I'm like you, Tracy. I want to see Reeves out there, and I want to see Shaka Toney out there. Those two players I want to see. I want to see Shaka Toney on third down. He's light in the butt on
on the first and second down. So I don't really want to see him out there on first and second down. I want to see Shaka Toney out there on third down. I think he has 2 sacks already this year. The last 3 games, I think he got 2 sacks. So I want to see Shaka Toney get more of an opportunity to feel comfortable and to make plays out there. Who I don't want to see, be honest with you, I don't want to see Sheriff out there. I want to see I picked from the year before Sadiq Charles out there. I don't want to, man, hey, look, Sheriff is all-pro. I know that. He's on the all-pro team. He's already established himself. You know, he wants top dollar. Obviously, we can't afford to pay him that and get other players that we need. So I'd rather go ahead and let Sheriff be healthy so he can get on the market and get top dollars. He's healthy. Put my boy Shaka Toney out there. I mean, Sadiq out there and see what Sadiq can do these last couple of games. And this Sheriff. I'm not saying I'm trying to win the game, but I'm want to see. I think that Sadiq is a good ball. He was a good ball player. I think he battled last week, and I want to see what he can do.
But I think he's looking better, Hal. He's getting better with more playing time.
Right. So I want to see him out there. And no disrespect to Sheriff. Sheriff is all pro. I got that. He's all pro.
When this guy came out of LSU, man, he even though he dropped, he was one of the better tackles coming out of the draft.
He was. So I want to see him out there. That's what I want to shelve Sheriff. And be honest with you, I besides Samuels, I don't want to see Samuels out there. I don't want to see Kyle Allen out there.
It's over if you see Kyle.
I don't want to see Kyle. I'd rather see the guys that played last week. What's the dude that played last week?
Gilbert.
I'd rather see Gilbert out there.
Wow, no. I'm not gonna say that to Kyle.
Yeah, man. Kyle is a third or second string quarterback. That's all he ever going to be.
Yes,
that's who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Gilbert is behind that guy, man. I'm sorry.
Man.
You just don't like Kyle Allen. Obviously, you made that clear.
Hey, no, when Dwayne Haskins was here, I was screaming Kyle Allen. But now after seeing them a couple of games and seeing them fumble again, get this opportunity against the Cowboys. And the first time he gets this opportunity against the Cowboys after sitting the bench all year, he throws up on himself and fumbles.
Y'all feel all right out there?
Nah, come on.
Y'all ready for the holiday favor? I say what in the who with? What you want us to do? You want it right up for you.
Oh man, I got double.
What in the what? Oh, that feeling.
Well, you heard it here first, DMV.
We got a little Christmas song we're going to do for y'all. All right. If y'all know the song, we want y'all to sing along. Is that all right? Y'all feel good? Make some noise in here. Come on.
All right. Well, we out there.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Y'all ready for Santa? Let's go. Put your hands in the air if you know it. Yeah! Down, feet, put up. Up, down, put up. And what's the beat, put up. And put it strong. Yeah! What's the beat, tail? What's the beat, tail? What? Northwest, put up. Orlando, put up. Give me the groove here, the groove. Give me the groove right here, That's the piece, how you feel, 37 plus. Henry's Road, the whole South Beach, what's the piece, how you feel? Come on, sugar. First off, we're gonna do streets crew down. Can't forget about Class A and them usuals to rock to us. And also we gonna do it for them usuals in that land of a lady here. And the whole family on the crew. The class sugar. Like that, baby. Come on! Guess what? Also, we can't forget about that, alarm crew. Be pleasant, up in Hillman Road. Hey, what you gonna do? Come on! Also, we wanna send a shout out to, folks from that class A right there. Yes, indeed. 21, put it up, put it up, put it up. Take it down, come on. Take it down, come on. Okay, do it right here. That's right here. How you feel over there, Monroe? You all right, baby? You all right? Take it when we cold. That's right. Oh, yeah. Come on!